Next, we'll hear from our doctoral candidate, graduate, Azra Sungu. All right, okay.
Good evening, everyone. Being a PhD student, I've celebrated the graduation of multiple generations here in this room. After all of these years of sharing the joy of other classes, it feels nice to have my own graduation. It's a profound blessing to have shared this journey with so many amazing souls who have shaped both my research, my understanding of myself, and what design can truly be. Almost 6 years ago, I toured this building for the first time with Carlos Teixeira as my guide. I was over the clouds and instantly felt welcome. As we came to the end of the tour, he asked me what I'd like to do after my PhD. What was my vision? I said I wanted to do social impact-oriented design work, which is what I was doing before joining ID. Be somewhat of a design nomad, live in different countries, and chase design in the pursuit of good. With the most sincere glimmer of hope, he said he hoped that I would have the same excitement by the time I graduate. Well, I don't. The excitement with which I stepped through the doors of ID was the one of a 26 years old, you can guess my age now, an excitement that hadn't been tested with the weight of the world yet. It hadn't been broken and stitched back together. It was unbound by the constraints of bills to pay, bureaucracies to tackle, and debts to settle. It hadn't witnessed the administrative changes. It hadn't been through the pandemic. It hadn't witnessed the atrocities happening to our planet and its people every day. And more importantly, it was fueled by my ego, by the idea that I, as the playful creator and the willful entrepreneur, was going to bring change to the world. I no longer have that excitement. I know now that the resistance to change is not only a matter of complexity, but concerns the deeper mindsets that shape how we coexist. I know now that masses aren't coming to build the futures that we portray in our posters. The values we describe, sustainability, equity, justice, care, that guide the worlds we imagine are hardly universal. Unfortunately, in the real world, they are weighed against different values, the values that we hardly mention in those same posters: efficiency, profit, convenience, or even tradition. So I feel this barrier between the worlds we describe in our posters and the worlds we live in. And I'm not just talking about the difficulty of materializing what we imagine, but more so the mental barrier that those worlds belong in the posters while we get on with our lives in the real world. We cultivate this amazing space of possibility with our precious how might we's and inspiring what ifs. And if you're feeling crazy enough to do a PhD, you'll probably start with something along the lines of, how can design insert confusing idea? Don't get me wrong, I love a good question, and I, in fact, do get hired to ask good questions. But who's going to make it? Who's going to answer those calls that we make? I feel today that our world needs more than possibilities. We can keep suggesting change, like tossing coins in a wishing well and hoping someone will make it reality. Or we go beyond suggesting what could be done and start giving the answers. And if over a decade of design school has taught me anything, it's that the best way to shove an idea is to make it. A better world isn't going to sprout in slide decks and elaborate proposals. Its blueprint won't be drawn in boardrooms, but it is being made day after day in our communities, our streets, and our neighborhoods. It's made by the elder women who run our community free store, by advocates who take justice to courtrooms, by artists who keep the city's soul alive in the murals, by farmers who actually care for the life-giving soil. People I've been honored to have been inspired and guided by. And these worlds need designers too, perhaps even more than the tech incubators and innovation labs. And that's the beauty of design. It's not confined to 9-to-5 shifts or job descriptions. If you ever woke up in the middle of the night, scribbling down an idea and hoping to God that it will still make sense in the morning, if you've been the designated heating system supervisor by your parents, as I define myself, or found yourself redesigning everyday objects just to make life a little bit better, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm asking us all, how can we, as designers, be in the service of those worlds? How can our practice enhance their collective creativity, wisdom, and joy? And how can we be accountable to the worlds that we dream of and we preach in our posters? I know it's hard. The world pulls us in many directions: the weight of student loans, the need to find a job and survive, the pressure to prove our worth through more conventional metrics. These forces are real. The excitement I had 6 years ago, it couldn't withstand these forces. So I'm glad I have a different one now. One that's grounded in radical love and honesty. Not the naive and selfish excitement of believing I can change the world, driven by ego, but the mature excitement of knowing that together, in small ways and large, through persistence and community, change happens. So when Carlos asked me about my vision 6 years ago, I wasn't wrong about wanting to create social impact. I just didn't understand the path. It's not about being a design nomad who swoops in to solve problems. It's about being an ally who commits to the messy, ongoing work of building better worlds wherever we find ourselves. As we embark on this new chapter, I hope we can carry this understanding with us. And I hope we can continue finding the wisdom and inspiration in one another when the world tests our excitement. I can't wait to see the worlds that will bring to life. Thank you to the faculty who guided us, the staff who supported us, our families who believed in us, and to each other for sharing this journey. The real design work begins now. Thank you.